There's a motivating story approximately a young person named Greta Thunberg, who got to be a natural dissident at the age of 15. He begun his school strike each Friday to dissent the government's lack of interest to climate alter. His stunt went viral and moved the worldwide climate dissent development known as Fridays for Future. Greta has talked at universal gatherings such as the Join Together Countries and the Join Together Countries Climate Alter Conference, and won grants such as the Nobel Peace Prize. Her life story is verification that one youthful individual can take activity and influence alter around the world. The inspiring story of Nick Vujicic, a man who was born without arms and legs. Despite experiencing many obstacles, Nick never gave up on life and even became a famous motivator who has inspired millions of people around the world. He has traveled extensively, given motivational talks, and written books on how to overcome obstacles in life and achieve our goals. His life story shows how strong humans can be if we have really strong determination and passion. A young girl named Malala Yousafzai who comes from Pakistan is an example of a very inspirational story. At the age of 11, Malala started fighting for women's rights and the right to education for girls in her territory controlled by extremist groups. However, in 2012, when Malala was 15 years old, she was shot by the Taliban for continuing to fight for women's rights and education. Despite being badly injured, Malala remains determined to continue her fight. After recovering from her injuries, Malala became a well-known global activist and has won numerous awards for her work fighting for girls' right to education. Her life story has become an inspiration for many people around the world, especially for girls who want to fight for their rights. A woman named Angela Lee Duckworth is an example of an inspiring story that inspires many people around the world. He is a psychology professor at the University of Pennsylvania and the author of the best-selling book Grit, The Power of Passion and Perseverance. Her life story stems from her career as a teacher teaching in New York City's poorest schools, where she realized that students with emotional skills such as determination and persistence had higher success than those with only intellectual intelligence. From there, he began research on success and found that the ability to persevere and have an unyielding spirit, grit, is more important than talent or intelligence alone. Angela Lee Duckworth's life story inspires many people to fight for determination and perseverance in their lives and pursue their dreams with passion. Inspiring story about Elon Musk, a technology entrepreneur who led companies like Tesla and SpaceX. He has championed clean energy, electric cars and interplanetary flight. His life story shows how one individual can lead a sustainable industrial revolution and change the way we live. Inspiring story of Arunachalam Muruganathan, a man from India who developed a machine for making inexpensive sanitary napkins. She found that many poor women in rural India could not afford sanitary napkins because they were expensive, so they used unhygienic fabrics, which could lead to health problems. In an attempt to solve this problem, Arunachalam Muruganathan experimented with making pads using simple materials and learning how to make them. After years of developing precise machines, she succeeded in creating a pad-making machine that was inexpensive and operable by rural women. His life story inspires us that one individual can make a big difference in society with their effort and courage. Arunachalam Muruganathan has helped millions of women in India and around the world to gain access to hygienic and affordable pads.